Hello, everyone. Welcome to KETK Plus. I'm your host, Tristan Van Beem, and I'm here today to talk about National School Bus Safety Week in East Texas. Here joining me is Tyler Police Department Public Information Officer Andy Erbaugh, who will discuss what this week is all about and how we can all do our part in staying safe near school buses and school zones. Andy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
That's great. I'm doing very well
Good.
myself. Now, I'm sure that some of you may recognize Andy from numerous stories that we've covered with him in the past, but right now we need to talk about school bus safety and what we can all do as a community to help protect those in school. So, Andy, can you just explain to me what National School Bus Safety Week is and why it is important?
It's this week, and why it's important is just really highlights, what a lot of people don't really pay attention to or may not or just take for granted. So it's here that school districts across the nation highlight the necessity for safety around school buses. So what we do every year is partner with TISD to do a video series, whether it's funny or informational, for the last few years to put it on social media and just get to people's attention. Sometimes that's all you have to do is just get people's attention. That's what it's for. Just kind of highlight those safety issues.
Well, now that we know what this week is, can you give us some tips on what to do when we see a school bus is picking up or dropping off students?
What you got to realize is that the school bus is there to not only transport the children,
Mhm.
but to do it safely. And these kids that ride the school bus range everything from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. So, obviously the younger kids are not going to pay as much attention.
Right.
And that's okay. We know they don't, but that's why the school bus has those safety measures on it, whether it be the yellow lights to say hey, it's about to stop,
Mhm.
or the red lights and the red stop arms. And some of them even have like yellow arms that come all the way out just to let you know that kids are coming, to warn you that kids are getting on or off the bus. One of the main things I don't think people think about is, yeah, kids get off on the side of the bus that the door is on,
Mhm.
but they also go across the street. The
Mm.
bus doesn't just
Okay.
turn around and go across the street.
Yeah.
They're walking all the way around. So if you think you can just kind of scoot by the school bus, then that's where the danger.
Well, I like how you described what all was going on. I feel like it's pretty hard to miss a school bus with the stop sign swinging out and all the lights on and everything. So I just want to ask, what can happen to someone if they do not follow the rules that you just talked about and they are pulled over by a police officer?
Well, if a lot of times our traffic unit will work school zones,
Mhm.
and then they'll work up and down areas of the streets where school buses go, or our officers were patrolling all the neighborhoods. So all the time, I know when I was on patrol, I always just to see school buses loading and unloading. And if there's ever an officer there, or if they have cameras and they report it, a lot of these buses do, uh, you will get a citation, and it's a pretty hefty fine because it endangers the kids. So because it's not only the fact that it's illegal to pass a school bus that's stopped, right? Stopped with the stop arm out. It is illegal to pass that bus. You could also injure or seriously injure or cause a fatality
Mhm.
by doing that, and that would be hard on everybody, obviously.
Of course,
So
yeah.
the reason that we would even give a citation for that, and the reason we do give citations for that is because it's such a dangerous time to do something, that you think will just save you a little bit of time.
I mean, that is very true. You, you said it right there. I mean, so that's pretty much why the department will usually always give out a ticket. It's just
Mhm.
because it's such a dangerous area and a lot of bad things can happen as a result if people not following those rules.
Oh yeah, we have the ability to pull you over and give you a warning,
Hmm.
or if it's speeding, or your driver's license is you don't have it on you or something like that. This is completely different. This is a school bus is stopped.
Hmm.
That means kids are going to cross to get on, or kids are going to cross to get off. And you passing it is just inviting danger. It's just inviting somebody to get hurt. And that is why if you pass a school bus on a stopped, when it is stopped and it's
Hmm.
red, you're going to get a ticket, if not more.
All right. Well, another topic I want to bring up regarding school safety is people being on their phones when driving near a
Hmm.
school zone. How dangerous is it for everybody in the area when a driver is on their phone, not paying attention to what's around them?
Right. You often think, if you're in a pickup line at school and you're on your phone and you see the line move and somebody's 5, 6 car lengths back because they're not paying attention.
Hmm.
It's slow. It's like, oh, they're just not paying attention. This is not that. There are people who drive with while looking at their phones.
Just constantly.
And yeah, and you see it just at a regular red light
Yeah.
on Broadway. And so they are, it is not lawful in a school zone to use phone in any capacity because what it does is it takes your attention off of the road and not necessarily maybe not off the road but of the things beside the road
Yeah, of
because I
course.
know some school districts have a crosswalk where they have a guard come out,
Yes.
and if you're looking down at your phone you're not going to see any of that. You're not going to see the guard, you're not going to see the kids, and that's why they don't want you on your phone because it can lead to disaster. So if you are seen using your phone, again, that's another thing that's dangerous for the kids. It's dangerous for everybody, and you will get a ticket for it.
Well, I mean, that all makes sense to me, and I just want to know what final message do you want to say to the East Texas community about National School Safety Week?
You may not have kids that are in school, or you may not have kids at all, so you don't really think about it a lot, or if they don't ride the bus, but the buses are out there. You know what time generally the school zones are on. If you are in a school zone or or live in a neighborhood where the school buses are dropped off, it may be an annoyance because you have to stop every few, but there's reasons you have to stop. It's not going to take a lot of time out of your day. Just if the school bus yellow lights turn on, it's going to turn its red lights on. It doesn't turn them on for any other reason. It's going to stop. And so just take that little bit of extra time if you're going to get out between the time school starts or the time the school ends, and everybody will be safe.
Well, thank you so much, Andy, for keeping everyone informed. I appreciate you coming on the show, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much. You too.